All right, let's look at another cover letter. And if you want to check it in your text information, go ahead and have a look. Well, let's take a closer look at Kathleen's cover letter. When we look, of course, at the overall format, you can see something right away is different. The visual impression that it gives you. Where do your eyes go? Well, they go right to the bullet points, do they not? And with the bullet points, you want to know what those are. So the visual component here is quite unique and rather effective. When we begin the very first paragraph, it's something that perhaps is also special because it doesn't start with I, or I'm applying for, or I saw the ad. So really right from the beginning we have something quite unique. From the first day I began managing multi-million-dollar custom home construction projects, I have consistently realized this language, I don't know if you realize, this is for a carpenter. Now, Kathleen is a very skilled carpenter, but a carpenter builds a house. This description is almost building dreams of sorts. Custom home construction projects are very specifically designed homes, and it's clear that even though this person is a carpenter, there's a lot more pride and a feeling of more than a job that she's describing here. Really almost a life calling. And you get that feeling that from this cover letter, it's already different from the beginning. So it gets your attention and makes you want to read a little bit more. And reading a little bit more, she finishes the very first paragraph with this sentence. If you agreed that well-managed projects should exceed customers' expectations in terms of the quality and service, we should talk. Right to the point. If you think this, let's talk. So her language is very powerful and it gets the reader's interest. And she continues, of course, not to talk about all of her skills with how well she can build a house, but actually talks about her values in what she calls her professional creed. She says, my professional creed includes the following: pride, ability to envision, expertise in blueprint assessment. She's skilled in building lasting relationships. Excellent skills include guiding, motivated training, mentoring. So her creed, her values go beyond just a hammer and nail.
Hi everyone, I'm Sandra Handler, and in today's video we're going to look at the idiom the last straw. So in English we refer to this last straw, okay, is the straw that broke the camel's back. It's that same straw. So, you know, you use a camel to carry things, and when you put too many things on its back, it falls down and it can't walk. So in this case, when we say something is the last straw, it's the last of a series of unpleasant things that makes it so that you can't take the situation any longer. So I have some things that need fixing in my apartment, and I hired some people to come do them, and it's been nothing but problems. First, they took a really long time. So they came one day, then they disappeared for a week, they came back, and that was annoying. But then they said they fixed it, and the first day it rained, my ceiling had a big watermark on it, so they didn't fix it. And do you know what the last straw was? They wanted to charge me for overtime, and I said, you know what? That's the last straw. Get out of my house. And I have never seen them again. So don't let things get so serious, but hey, what can you do? Sometimes something is the last straw, and it will make a situation that was already bad end. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Anna Collins, and now we're going to look at the phrasal verb with clothes. So the first one I want to go through with you is to close down. This may be familiar. Maybe you've walked past a shop and seen a sign or posters on the window saying closing down sale. Have you? Well, closing down, to close down, is when a shop or a business closes for good, forever. In that, it's closed down. It won't open again. It's permanent. Often, when you see closing down sales, which are common, is when a shop, especially clothes shops, are closing down, terminating their business, and they want to sell off all their stock, all the products, so they have a closing down sale. Shut down is an alternative. For example, what happens to that shop at the end of the road? Oh, it closed down last year, or it shut down last year. Can you think in your area things or businesses that have closed down or shut down? The next phrasal verb with close is close up. Close up. So again, this is related to shops. Shops at the end of the day close up. Sometimes, for example, if a shop closes at 5 and you go in at 5 to 5, the shop owner might say, I'm sorry, we're closing up now. So close up is to finish, to close the business at the end of the day, but it's not permanent. They close up at the end of the day and open the following day, the following morning. Then we have some more phrasal verbs that are more American. Okay, I'm British, but these are some phrasal verbs that they're more used in the United States. So close out. Close out is a phrasal verb that's used that means to exclude someone. So to exclude someone, for example, they always close me out of their plans. They don't include me, they exclude me. Another one with close out, the same phrasal verb, but a different definition, is to bring something to an end. Let me give you an example. We closed out the meeting earlier than planned, and we all went for drinks in a local bar. Close out. Then the last definition with close out is to close or terminate. For example, the woman closed out her bank account. She terminated it. In the UK, we'd say she closed it down. She not closed out. But in the US, they often say close out, to close out a bank account. So now you've seen quite a few phrasal verbs, but do you remember them? The first was close down, which is when a shop closes permanently. The second was close up, which is when a shop or a business closes for the day, at the end of the day, but not permanently. Then close out, which is a common American phrasal verb, had 3 definitions: to exclude, to bring something to an end, and to close or to terminate. So now you can start practicing with these phrasal verbs.